Hello, friends. Bishop Andy C. Luty here, historian of the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship. I want to welcome you to another one of my weekly podcasts entitled This Week in Church History. I teach an online course entitled The History of the Church, the Second 500 Years, and I report that toward the close of the first millennium, its first 1,000 years, literally all of Europe was under and functioning as a Christian faith community. Whether or not that was the Greek Orthodox Church in the East or the Roman Catholic Church in the West, literally all of the countries of Europe flew the Christian flag and were a witness to the Christian faith community. That was done primarily because one of the last outstanding Eastern European tribes to oppose Christianity was a group called the Magyars. Now, the Magyars were defeated by Otto the Great, sometimes referred to as Otto I, and a cleric ally that Otto the Great had toward the consolidation of Christianity in all of Europe was that of Sylvester II, actually Pope Sylvester II. Pope Sylvester II was born in 946 and he died this week, May 12th, in the year 1003. And so this week in church history is the funeral of Pope Sylvester II. He was born Gerbert Aureliac. He was French, born a native Frenchman. He was an ally of Otto I. He helped to defeat the rivals of Otto II. He was a tutor to Otto III, who would eventually become the emperor. And he was an outstanding figure. He was well versed in mathematics. He actually returned the abacus to Western Europe. He was well studied, well versed in astronomy, geometry, and arithmetic. It is said that he is responsible for reintroducing the numeral system that he learned from the Arabs and the Hindu community. And so when you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that is largely because of Pope Sylvester II. He's also credited with having invented the first mechanical clock. So this week in church history, we celebrate the life of Gerbert Aureliac. He also served as a bishop and Archbishop of Ravenna before he was elevated to the papal office in Rome, 946 AD to 1003 AD. This week in church history, we review, celebrate, and honor Pope Sylvester II. Friends, this is a weekly podcast that I do this week in church history. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend, and you can find this podcast in all of the places where you normally retrieve your podcasts from. Until next time, do know God loves you. I love you. Look forward to seeing you soon. Go in peace, joy, love, even happiness. But the author of the same most certainly goes with you.